Hello and welcome back to my classroom. In my today's class, I will be teaching you about adjectives and its degrees of comparison. Now, before we move on to the degrees of comparison, let us make it clear about what are adjectives. Adjectives are words that modify nouns or pronouns, adding more detail and meaning. Now, modify nouns or pronouns means it tells us more about a noun or a pronoun, or it describes a noun or a pronoun. The word or the words which describe or tells us more about a noun or a pronoun is an adjective. It adds detail and meaning to the noun or a pronoun. They give us information about shape, size, color, age, material or other qualities. Now, let us make it more clear with the help of these two examples. Sentence number 1. She wore a pretty gown. Now here, gown is a noun. Now, pretty is a word that is describing more about the gown. How is the gown? The gown is pretty. That means we are getting to know more about the noun gown with the help of this word pretty. So here, pretty is an adjective. Next sentence. I have 2 pens with me. Now, how many pens do I have? I have 2 pens. So here, we are getting more information about the pens. How many pens? 2 pens. So here 2 is an adjective. Now let us move on to the next part of the class, that is comparison of adjectives. We have 3 degrees of comparison for adjectives. What are they? They are positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Now I will be explaining each one of these to you in details. Positive degree. This is the base form of an adjective. It is used when no comparison is made. Now this positive degree is the base form. What is base form? The original form of the adjective without any adjustment or alteration being made. This is the main form of the adjective. And when is it used? It is used when no comparison is made, when we do not compare between 2 or more things, then we use this positive degree. We use this positive degree when we describe only one thing, one people, one place, one animal. Then this positive degree is used. This will be more clear to you. Now look at these sentences on your screen. Sentence number 1. The house is big. Here we are only talking about one house. How is the house? Big. Sentence number 2. She is tall. How is she? How is the girl? The girl is tall. Or how is she? She is tall. So here we are only talking about one girl and not more. Number 3. The flower is beautiful. Here again we are talking about one flower. How is the flower? The flower is beautiful. So when we are talking or when we are describing one thing, then we use this positive degree. Next comes the comparative degree. This form is used to compare 2 people, 2 places, 2 animals or 2 things. When the comparison is being made between 2 things, then this comparative degree comes. For most adjectives, we add er to the positive form. So how do we make comparative degree? How do we change the adjective form of the adjective and bring into the comparative degree? In most of the cases, we add er to the positive form or to the base form of the adjective. Or sometimes more is placed before the adjective. Either we add er or sometimes we also use more. The word more is placed before the adjective. Examples. This house is bigger than that one. Now here you see the comparison is made between two houses, that this house is bigger than that one. So when we are comparing two things, we use this degree, comparative degree. And how we change the adjective? Big, bigger. So er is added. She is taller than her brother. Here again, two persons are being compared. She is taller than her brother. So here again, we are adding er to the base form of the adjective tall. Sentence number 3. This flower is more beautiful than the other. So here we are comparing two flowers. We are talking about two flowers. And as I told you before, in some cases we use more. We do not add er, but we use more to make it the comparative degree, more beautiful. Now in the later part of this class, I will be telling you the rules of when to add er and when to add more. Now see these rules. Rules for changing from positive to comparative degree. Add er to most one-syllable adjectives. When you get a word or an adjective with only one syllable, then we need to add er. Like cold changes to colder. Small changes to smaller. Now here you see cold is a word with one syllable. How one syllable? We cannot break the word cold into more than one syllable. Cold, that's why cold, add er, colder. Small, add er, smaller. Next, for adjectives ending in e, just add r. If we get an adjective that is ending with e, then we need to add only r to change it into comparative degree. Large. Look at the spelling of large and nice. Both these words ends with e in the base form, that is in the positive form. These words or these adjectives are ending with e. So in those cases, we just need to add r, and then if we have to change it into the comparative form, large, larger, nice, nicer. If the adjective ends in a single vowel followed by a consonant, double the consonant. Now, I will explain this to you nicely. See, what is it told? If the adjective ends in a single vowel followed by a consonant, that means if you get only one vowel and just after that there is a consonant at the end of a word, then we need to double the consonant first and then we need to add er. That means big, big. Look at the spelling, big, big. Now here I is a vowel followed by the ending consonant g. Now here you have one vowel I and just after that you have g as the ending consonant. So then what will happen? This g you have to double this g. That means 2 times you have to write the g. One g is already written. You have to repeat the last consonant and then you need to add er. Big, bigger. Same with hot. H-O-T, hot. Now this T is a consonant. It is ending with a consonant T. But if you notice carefully, if you see it carefully, then you will find that before T, the last consonant, you have one vowel O. So one vowel and then it ends with a consonant. So in that case, the last consonant is to be repeated. H-O-T-T-E-R. This is another rule how we change from positive to comparative. And we must always keep these rules in mind rather than just memorizing or learning this. We have to keep these rules in mind because this will help us to remember. Next, as I told you before, that there are some adjectives which takes more when they are changed into the comparative form. For adjectives with 2 or more syllables, we use more. So when we get a word or an adjective that has 2 or more than 2 syllables, like here you see the adjective useful. How many syllables? 2 syllables. Useful. So 2 syllables. Next word, intelligent. How many syllables are there in the word intelligent? Let us see. Intelligent. So here we have 4 syllables. So when we have 2 or more syllables, that is 2 or more than 2 syllables in a word, then what we use? We do not add er, but then we add more before the base adjective. More useful, more intelligent. I hope this is clear to you. Next comes the last degree of comparison, that is the superlative degree. This is used to compare 3 or more people or things. Comparative degree, we used to compare 2 things or 2 people. And here 3 or more. This is used to compare 3 or more people or things. The suffix est is usually added or most is placed before the adjective. So how to change into superlative? So what do we add? We add est as suffix. What is suffix? A letter or a group of letter that is added towards the end of a word to change its meaning fully or partially. That is called as a suffix. So here, to make superlative degree, we use est. Est is usually added, or sometimes most is added before the adjective. Examples. This is the biggest house in the street. So here we are talking about all the houses, many houses that are on that particular street. So we are comparing 3 or more houses here. That is why in these cases we have to add the superlative degree. This is the biggest house in the street. Sentence number 2. She is the tallest girl in the class. See, here we are talking about all the girls in the class. We are comparing or talking about all the girls in the class, more than 3 or more than that. So that is why we have to use the superlative degree. She is the tallest. This flower is the most beautiful of all the flowers. That is why here the superlative degree. Now here I need to tell you something which is very important to know. Now sometimes you get fill in the blanks. You have to fill in with the degrees of comparison. Either you have to put positive degree, or you have to put comparative degree, or you have to put superlative degree. So sometimes you get confused. In spite of knowing all these rules, you get confused where to put the superlative degree. So here is an easy way. Here is an easy way to remember. Please remember that before the superlative degree there is always the word the. the biggest, the tallest, or most beautiful of all. If there is most, then you know that this is the superlative degree. Or otherwise, the. The is a word which is always placed in most of the cases before any superlative degree of comparison. Please keep this in mind. Next, the rules. How to change it into superlative degree. Add est to most one-syllable adjectives. So, here also, if we get one-syllable adjectives, in most of the cases, we add est. Look at these two examples. Small, smallest, cold, coldest. These two words are one-syllable word. So here we have to add est to make it into the superlative degree. For adjectives ending in e, add st. If you find an adjective that ends with e, an adjective in the base form or in the positive form which is ending with e, so what you will do? You will only add st. Nice, nicest. For adjectives with two or more syllables, use most. And if the adjective is of two or more syllables, then we will not add est or st. We will add most. The word most before the adjective. Most useful, most interesting, because useful is a word with two syllables, interesting is a word interesting, 4-syllable word. So we need to use most. Now, there are certain adjectives which do not follow these rules. They are exception. They are differently made without following these rules. And those type of adjectives are irregular adjectives or irregular comparisons. Some adjectives do not follow the usual rules. Here a few examples are given. There are many more. See, good, better, best. We do not say good, gooder, or more good, most good. We never do it in that manner following the rules. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Little, less, least. So there are more. So these are irregular comparisons which do not follow the rules. So this is all about adjectives and its degrees of comparison. Hope I could make it clear to you. Thank you for attentive listening. Before I leave my class, here is a small request from my side. If you are new to my channel or have not yet subscribed, here's a request to subscribe my channel. Please like. If you have liked my video, just press the like button and share it with your friends and family. Meet you in the next class. Till then, bye-bye.